My children, this world is a strange place. Sometimes, help comes from where you least expect, and blessings were the face of struggle. Let me tell you this story, the story of Jane, a kind young woman whose heart shone brighter than gold, and Alexander, a man who had everything, yet almost lost it all. Now, listen well, because this story will remind you that no matter how small your light is, it can still guide a lost soul home. Let me start with the girl and the man in the rain. That evening, the sky was dark. Lagos rain was falling like God himself was washing away sorrow. Jane, a young girl with hope in her eyes, was coming back from another fruitless day of job hunting. Her shoes were soaked, her clothes clung to her skin, but she kept walking. Then suddenly, bam! She heard a crash ahead. When she ran closer, she saw a man lying by the roadside. His car door was open, and blood was running slowly down his face. Jane shouted, "Somebody help, oh! This man is dying." But nobody stopped. People just looked and passed. Lagos people, everyone busy with their own problem. So Jane, with her small strength, dragged the man to safety. She couldn't take him to hospital, no money, no helper, so she took him home. One small, tiny room in a jeej. All night, she sat beside him, cleaning his wounds with warm water and salt. Sometimes she prayed aloud. God, please don't let this man die in my house, oh, please wake him up.
When the stranger opened his eyes. By the third day, the man opened his eyes. His voice was weak like someone who had traveled far in his dreams. He looked around and said softly, "Where am I?" Jane smiled in relief. "You're safe. You've been here for some days. I took care of you." The man blinked, confused. Then he said something that surprised Jane. I don't remember who I am." Chai. Jane was shocked. Amnesia? The man had forgotten his name. "But my children, hear this," he was pretending. His name was Alexander Trust, a billionaire and CEO of Trust Global Holdings. He had just escaped from kidnappers, people who wanted to destroy him. And until he found who they were, he needed to hide, and Jane's house became his hiding place. The billionaire who learned humility. Days turned to weeks, and in that small room, something beautiful began to grow. Jane thought she was helping a poor man with memory loss. She taught him how to cook, how to wash clothes, even how to fetch water from the well. "You see, you hold the bucket like this," she told him one morning, laughing. And he would smile shyly, trying to copy her. Alexander, who once gave orders to hundreds of workers, now learned the value of every naira, the patience of market women, and the joy of simple food shared with gratitude. At the market, people teased them. "Jane, this your husband day humble, oh? Not so love day sweet?" Jane would blush. "He's not my husband, oh. Just someone I'm helping." But deep down, she began to feel something more than pity, something she couldn't name. Shadows at the door. But when light shines too bright, darkness begins to envy it. The men who tried to kidnap Alexander were still searching. When they traced his abandoned car to that area, trouble began again. That night, Jane heard a loud knock. Bang! 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 Her heart jumped. "Who is that?" she whispered. The man, still pretending to have lost his memory, suddenly looked afraid. "Turn off the light," he said quietly. For the first time, Jane saw the fear in his eyes. Minutes passed like hours. The knocking stopped, and silence returned. But Alexander knew, they were close. That night, guilt ate him up. He could no longer pretend. He looked at Jane and said, "There's something I must tell you. My name is Alexander Trust, the the CEO of Trust Global. Jane's eyes widened. What? The same billionaire everyone is searching for? He nodded slowly. Yes. And someone close to me wants me dead. The trap and the truth. From that day, they worked together. Jane helped him send secret messages to the police. He used her phone to contact an old friend in security. She asked him one evening, "Why didn't you just run away?" He sighed. "Because if I run, the wicked will think they've won. I must face them." Ah. My children, when a man decides to face the truth, even fear begins to tremble. That night, the kidnappers returned. But this time, they walked straight into the trap Alexander had set. Gunshots echoed, people screamed, and police sirens filled the air. By morning, all was calm. The men were arrested, including one of his own managers, a man he trusted like a brother. Alexander wept. Not because of the betrayal, but because he realized something. Money can buy comfort, but not loyalty. When good hearts say goodbye. The next morning, the compound was full of police vans and journalists. Jane stood aside, her heart heavy. Alexander was dressed again in a fine suit, his face calm, his power restored. He turned to Jane. "Jane, you saved my life. You gave me hope when I had nothing. What can I do for you?" Jane smiled softly. "Sir, you've already done enough. Just promise me one thing, don't forget what it feels like to be ordinary." Those words touched him like fire. He nodded and said quietly, "I won't forget. Ever." He entered his car and drove away. But every month after that, Jane's rent was mysteriously paid. Her younger brother got a scholarship. And when she finally got a job at Trust Global, she never told anyone how it happened. Because some blessings don't need noise. Ah, my children. The world may value riches, but heaven values kindness. Jane gave what money could not buy, compassion. And that single act brought a billionaire to his knees in gratitude. So when next you see someone in need, don't look away. You may be helping a king in disguise. Until next time, remember, kindness never loses value. This is Mama Nwaolu. And this has been The Billionaire Who Forgot His Name. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, my children. So that more hearts can learn that love and compassion are the true riches of life.